Welcome back to another video. So it is Wednesday evening. I am now on my way to my parents'. It's a little bit later than normal. Normally I'd like to leave here by about 5, half 5, but it's actually 6:30. So hoping I can just get there, not chat too much and get done. But knowing myself, I will definitely get there and chat for ages, train late and then get home really late. But that's fine. So I'm feeling pretty good. I will be honest, I have felt incredibly stressed today. I woke up to an email that was very stressful. I just had stuff to do that I thought was already sorted and it wasn't. So yeah, the day just started off immediately. As soon as I got up and I checked my phone, it was just stress levels 100. And I've kind of just been on edge all day because of that. So I'm not feeling amazing, but training wise, I feel fine. I've eaten, I feel recovered. It's just that little bit of stress. But then I think training is my de-stressor. So I'm hoping to just go in, get distracted and just kind of enjoy my session. But nothing really too heavy today. Everything should be fine. Yeah, nothing else to really report. I will probably answer some questions at the end because I did a Q&A on Instagram the other day and it was for the intention of answering someone here just to put some more info in these videos and stuff. So hang about for the end and I will put some questions in from my Q&A and I'll probably start doing that more regularly. I'm really bad at answering them on Instagram, so I will probably start answering them on here instead. But yeah, so now I'm going to head to my parents and get this session done.
With it, put your hands up. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Damn, I'm a long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I tryna keep it going to be continued, or am I tryna lose? Gonna keep moving now. I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Don't got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Ay, oh no, 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인 this is my only answer. Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. 머릿속엔 it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower. Step back, skip lines, yeah, I'm never going cold. 어디 가야 해, 알려줘. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where. Once I get the ID, taxi 타 생각 없이 on my way, my ETA is ASAP. No way I'ma miss this. Pool party time to get lit. About to go down 마지막 그것처럼. Where we tryna go? 주소 보내줘. Where we tryna go? 빨리 보내. Oh shoot, okay I got it. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me.
Okay, so I'm just home from my session. It is quite late to be fair. I didn't really have anything to say during my session. I sat down to kind of film a little recap of squats and I realised there really wasn't anything to say that I don't say like every week. Everything went well. Everything moved as it should. the same as I would expect it to on week 3 on across all 3 lifts, if not easier than I would expect. I think the only thing that wasn't probably quite as easy as I'd have liked it to be was my final set of deadlifts, but I did stub my toe really badly as I was walking towards the bar, so I think that's why. It's definitely not why, it was just heavy, but yeah, squats, really comfortable. I'm really happy with how squats moved. Bench, incredibly happy with how all of that was. 107.5 with a 3 count single, felt incredibly comfortable, and I didn't like hover it on my chest like I sometimes do with my long pause singles. Like, I actually rested it on my chest. And then 4x5 at 100 was really comfortable as well. Like, that video you can see was so easy. And then deadlifts 3x5 155. It might even be a volume PB, to be honest. I don't actually know. If not, it's close to. Next week the plan is 3x5 at 160. I think I'm going to have to really concentrate for that, because by the 3rd set of my deadlifts it was definitely a struggle. But like I say, I stubbed my toe as I walked to the bar, so I think that obviously would have made it harder. But yeah, no, I'm happy with how everything went. I didn't really have anything else to say, so what I'll do is tomorrow, because it's so late now, I will answer some of the questions that were sent to me in my Q&A. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap up this part here, and I will see you tomorrow. So I put a Q&A box up on my Instagram the other day, and I wanted to save the questions for these videos. I'm not going to answer them all in this one. What I'm basically going to do is I'm just going to pick like 2 or 3, and I'm going to try and answer them in each video that I post, or maybe every other video. So I picked out 3 for this one, although 2 of them are quite similar. So first one was literally just someone asking for tips for a newbie. They didn't specify whether that was powerlifting or just general training. I'm assuming probably powerlifting, but their page also didn't have a lot on it, so I can't really tell what sort of training they do. But basically, tips for a newbie, which applies to powerlifters or just general training anyway. Focusing on technique. So you want to make sure that you're nailing your basic technique first before anything else, and be realistic as well with your time. So I think too many people, when they start training, whether that's powerlifting specific or just going to the gym, think they need to commit to like 6-7 days a week. Absolutely not. If you can only realistically go 3 days a week and sustain 3 days a week, do 3 days a week. Just find what works within your routine, and don't program yourself a 2-hour session if you know you can only ever commit an hour at a time. The most successful routines with training and the most successful training split is the one that you can stick to. So yeah, be realistic with your time, focus on technique. Nutrition is also a key element to results. Nutrition is so important if you want results. However, one thing I would say is, if you are a total newbie and you're not yet in the routine of going to the gym, you're still kind of finding your feet with finding it as a regular routine, I would 100% say wait to dial in the nutrition until training has just become part of your life. I think anyone that consistently trains will tell you that training does literally just become part of your routine. But if you try and change your life too much in one go, so say you are completely new to the gym, whether that's PL specific or just general training, if you try and go all in on working out 4 days a week as well as eating like completely differently to how you did before, you're setting yourself up for failure. It's too much change in one go. Do one thing at a time. So my recommendation as a nutrition coach, a powerlifting coach, and just a general like gym goer, gym lover, is always just focus on one element at a time and gradually build changes and sustainable changes into your lifestyle. So first thing that is probably the thing that I think is easiest to add in, because typically if you're joining a gym, you probably have some element of enjoyment, especially if you're, researching into it and stuff. If you want to improve, I would say focus on getting a regular training routine in place and sticking to that. You don't want to be skipping sessions all the time, and then focus on the nutrition side after. But your main results will come, apart from obviously newbie gains, your results will really show when you focus on the nutrition side as well. But don't take on too much at once, is what I'm trying to say. That was a very long-winded answer. And then also, if it is a powerlifting specific question, this is being asked, don't neglect your accessories. Too many beginner powerlifters don't focus on the muscle building element. They just focus on the SBD and the technical side, which is so important. And obviously SBD will help you gain muscle mass, but focus on your accessories. Accessories and building muscle. The top level powerlifters are jacked for a reason, okay? So yeah, main things are focus on technique, be realistic with your time, focus on nutrition, but don't take on too much at once. So get your training regular and into a routine before you dial in the nutrition, but don't neglect the nutrition side as well when it gets to that point. And powerlifting specific, do your accessories, focus on muscle growth, okay? So that was the first question. Very long-winded answer. Apologies for that. And then the next two I've written down here. They are quite similar. There is some overlap. So the first one is tips for a stronger squat. And then the other one was, how can I improve my squat as a solo lifter? My legs are weak AF for my size and a dodgy knee. So general tips for a stronger squat, beyond technique, is basically just mindset. I am a firm believer that squat is basically just how much you're willing to suffer. Like, you have that weight on your back the entire time. Squats do not feel nice when they're heavy. It's whether or not you're willing to push yourself and go through that. So I genuinely believe the key to a really good squat is literally just confidence under the bar and willingness to do the work and push through it. So that is my main tip for squats. I've had that mindset since I began powerlifting. I remember once I was always a bit nervous with squats, and then I went through a really rough patch, and on this one particular day I was in a really bad place, and I went in, I had squats on the program, and my squat just clicked from that day onwards because I just did not care anymore. Training just felt like such an unimportant, like a novelty. I didn't care really what happened to myself, so I just went in and squatted heavy, and I realised I had left so much untapped potential because I just was nervous. And from that day onwards, I've just stopped letting myself get nervous on squats. Obviously sometimes I get a little bit nervous, but for the most part it's just, I'm very aware that a lot of people when their squats stall, it's because they've just got this mental barrier in place that's telling themselves they can't do it. Like, if you're willing to suffer and suck up the work and just push your body, you will succeed with squats. And then other part of the question about the dodgy knee and stuff, and with the weak legs. So weak legs, easier thing to address obviously than a dodgy knee, because I don't have any specifics about the knee. The weak legs, accessories. So obviously squats are an incredible strength building exercise. You will get a stronger squat if you squat regularly and if you squat more. Well, less is more sometimes, but you get my point. Like, if you're squatting regularly, make sure your technique is good, obviously, and you're squatting for your leverages, not against them. But outside of that, focus on leg accessories, split squats, leg press, things like just different machines, like a really easy way to just build your strength in your legs if it is your legs that are weak. Yeah, don't neglect leg accessories. And then the other thing as well, you mentioned this person mentioned having a dodgy knee. Find a physio that understands training. I don't have any specifics about your knee here, so I don't really want to give any actual advice, but I would say any injuries for anyone, find yourself a physio. But don't just go to the first physio you find, or a generic physio, or one that just like a friend that doesn't lift recommends. Find a physio that actually understands training, that understands powerlifting, that understands squats, and that can actually help you and advise you how to adjust your programming as well as your leverages, and guide you on how you're built to squat and things like that can help you. I think that's really important. Yeah, so that is my advice for a stronger squat. It's basically, obviously, technique. I'm not going to go into the details of technique, but technique, and then just mindset. With any of the lifts, to be fair, mindset. If you tell yourself that you're not going to be able to do something, you're not going to be able to do it. You have to go into your lifts just naively confident that you're going to just hit every lift that you load. And sometimes you won't, but that's fine. You'll know where your limit is then. But yeah, especially on squats, I think as soon as people get past that thing of being nervous to load a heavy squat, incredible things happen. So, yeah. But I'm going to wrap this video here. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go and follow me, because I'm going to put Q&A boxes up more regularly. And I'm going to save the questions most of the time for these videos. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, or if you have any questions for the next one, leave them down below. But yeah, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on Monday for the next one.